Hey guys, welcome to the Elevated Islander YouTube channel and welcome to the brand new to me 1998 Mitsubishi Delica. So as you guys saw in the last video, we just got this van last week and I'm still learning about it, but I think I know enough to show you guys. So this video is going to be all about the van, the ins and the outs, and so when we're out there doing things, you guys can know just as much about the van as I do. A couple things to start with. It is a 1998. It is a turbo diesel, 2.8 liter, 150,000 kilometers. Came to Canada in the middle of 2017, and since then has only had about 9,000 kilometers put on it. And yeah, so like I say, we'll start with the outside, work our way around, and then we'll hop on the inside, and we'll go over, as Doug DeMiro would say, the quirks and the features. So come along, guys. Appreciate it. Cheers. Okay guys, we'll start with the front here. Pretty easy stuff. These are standard fog lights. The company that brought this vehicle in, they put HIDs headlights in the front, so they're a lot brighter. One thing I am going to do though is repaint this, because this has been repainted and you can't see from there, but it's chipping off pretty horribly. Other than that, the front view is my favorite view, especially from down low when you see the big tires and stuff. Pretty basic stuff. There's a wind guard up here for the windshield wipers. That's kind of a common sort of Japanese car thing. I find that kind of cool. And there's one up there for the sunroof as well. And you can see, just see the little markers here, and those are markers that have to be put on when the vehicle comes into Canada for it to pass inspection to become road legal here. So that's what those are. Anyways, let's move over to the side. Moving on to the side here. So this is your fuel fill door here, little things inside. That was hilarious, trying to find that the first day I got it. Passenger door, got your footstep here. As far as this door goes, this had to be changed around for the lift, and I'll show you guys that in a second. But when you open the door and you watch the footrest here, it automatically pops out, so that's pretty cool. And then so you can go ahead and hop on inside. That's that. And it's also got a soft close touch to it for 1998, which is pretty cool. So you just kind of push it in, and it draws it in, closes that, and away you go. So that's pretty cool. 35-inch tires, like I say, 16-inch wheels. These are just your standard BF Goodrich All-Terrains, one of the best tires I think you can get, probably. It does rub a little bit when you turn sharp up here in the corner, so we'll probably end up cutting that out and maybe, you know, fixing the edge up or whatever down the road, but for now, we'll just leave it. That's really it. Like I say, it's pretty cool looking from the side as well, but we'll move to the back, and then we'll head on inside. So this metal, this bracket here had to be put on so that it brought the door further away, so that it would clear the mud guards for the tires. So this is all part of a kit that you would get if you were to buy a lift for a Delica anyways. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So down here at the back, the windshield wiper in the back was taken off before it came over here. I have no intention on replacing it because this window doesn't actually get that dirty or clogged up like with rain and stuff like that, so I'm not going to worry about it. This mirror is cool because when you're backing up, it faces right down at your bumper, so you can actually see how close you can get to things. You got to keep in mind though that this sticks out a little bit. We're going to paint this black because I like the look of black better than I do chrome. What else? Up under here is a spare tire. It's obviously useless because tires are way bigger than the original ones. Little sort of, I mean, I guess this is technically structural. You know, it might protect your bumper from caving in or something like that, but it's not super strong. And the big can on it, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not a big fan of, we used to call them far cans when we were kids, but it sounds pretty good. I guess it opens it up, but I might try and change that around to something a little bit different, maybe a little bit smaller. And yeah, that's it. So we're gonna move into the interior now, and honestly my favorite part of these Delica vans. So we'll start at the back. This is 3 seats back here, so the van technically does seat 7 if you wanted to. So 2 in the front, 2 captains in the back, and then 3 in the back row. But yeah, I'll show you how the seat configuration goes now. So this is just, yeah, this is the standard layout here. So in order to get these seats out of the way, you first have to take the headrest off. Okay, next up is, there's a lever over here on the side, so you pull that, and you just lay the seats down flat. Just like that. Next up, there's 2 handles here. Pull this one first. And then this lifts right out of the way. there's a little clasp here. It's on up to here. You pull that down tight, and then it velcros to itself. Same thing here. Up, that folds out of the way. Put that there. And then there you go. This is how I drive the thing around all the time. I've always got gear and stuff back here, so this is how I roll around. Plus, if I'm taking a dog with me and stuff, this just makes things way easier. So this is how I drive around, but it's nice to know that if I had to, I could put some more people back here. Guys, next we'll talk about the two captain's chairs at the back. So as far as the levers go on the side, there's 4 levers. This one is your slide lever. This one here is your back. This back one here will tilt the seat up like that. And this last one down here, well, this makes it so you can rotate the seat 360 degrees all the way around, which is honestly the coolest part of this van. This here is a separate seatbelt meant only for the car seat, and the reason that is because if you pull it all the way out, listen to it, this is the ratcheting seatbelt. So this is what you want to use for a car seat. So I put my kid's car seat in here, and that's that. Nice thing is too is that this seat here, you can fold all the way around, and then you can move the seat all the way back to this seat, so you can kind of sit here, look out the back, put your feet up over there, however you want. Really, really cool stuff. Now I'm going to show you how I set this up as a bed for when I go camping. And that's one of the beauties of this, is I don't have to tear anything out. Both sides of this van make a bed from front to back. So the seat's laid down to make one continuous bed. Like I say, I'm 6'4", and I slept on just the 2 back seats when I went last time. And honestly, I had a pretty good sleep. So let me show you how you do that. So you start by taking this piece back down. This little piece right here, this just pops in and out. There's no, it locks down once it locks into place. Just like that. So the next step would be to take this headrest off. Put that aside. I'm going to move this seat up. And push it back down. And then we lock that into place. Lay the seat belt down out of the way. And there you go. There's your bed. Now if I wanted to, I could lay the driver's seat down to match up with this one, and I'd have, well, a 10-foot bed from front to back. One thing too is if you're sleeping on a bit of an angle, like if you can't find a good level place to camp, and you're kind of sleeping a bit, you can elevate this back seat to sort of bring your head up a bit, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, that's that, guys. So I will note though that I did buy a mattress pad to go over top of this, because I think that's just gonna make my life that much more comfortable. It's not bad, but it's also not the greatest. It's just nice that the bed's here, that I can just put a pad on top, and then boom, I've got an off the ground bed already ready to go in the van. So good stuff there. Basically what you can do with the inside and the positions you can make, and you could probably fit 3 people in here and they would be pretty comfortable. In a pinch, pretty comfortable. 2 people could definitely be really comfortable in here. 1 person for sure. So like I say before, you can spin the captain's chair around. I can put my feet up on here. I can have my laptop up here, and I can just be watching a movie, and it's just really very nice, actually. And if I had to, I could rotate everything back and carry 7 people around. So really nice, really good engineering as far as that goes. And yeah, so we'll finish up here. I'll show you guys the controls and the lights and stuff back here, and then we'll head to the front. So as far as controls go for the passengers, remember this is a 1998, so you've got low, medium, high fan speed. There is an air conditioning you can turn on for just back here. Temperature settings, and then obviously where you want it to go, and you're off. So that's pretty nice though. Obviously ashtray, it's an old vehicle. So the passengers can control their own climate back here, which is pretty nice. The other thing that's cool about this van is it's called the Crystal Light roof, and as you can see there's 1, 2, and then 2 other ones over there, and I can control these shades individually back here, or I can control all 4 of them at one time on the front. As far as light control back here, as you can see, there's white and there's red. So we're on the white right now. If we turn that to white and on, wow, we get a super bright light, and we can turn that down. We can also turn this off, and we click on the red and turn that on. As you can see, we get a red light. Now I'm assuming this is so people back here can read, and it won't affect the driver in the rear view mirror. So that's pretty cool. The shades are a nice thing to have when you're camping. You can open them up. You can see straight up and you can see the trees and stuff. So that's really nice. Obviously just one more thing to go wrong, but it's pretty cool. Again, as far as the engineering goes. And the light, I think, is really cool too, so you could be less sort of intrusive back here, and you're not bugging the driver too much. So moving into the front now, it's really basic. Glove box, clock, tape player. Now, one thing about Japanese vehicles is their AM and their FM stations basically end right where ours start. So I can get about 2 AM stations in here right now, until we upgrade this to a new head unit. So climate control up here, really basic stuff. Cup holders, which is nice. Some storage down here. Right here is the 4-wheel drive selector. So obviously it runs around in 2 high all the time. You've got 4 high for, you know, if you wanted to drive fast in 4-wheel drive. It's got 4 high locked, meaning that your center diff is locked. So you'd want to be on something really slushy or icy for that. And then of course you've got 4 low locked, which is for your, that's the end of the line for getting out of where you are. That's crawl mode right there. So pretty good stuff. As far as this, so every Japanese car that I've ever seen has had a steering wheel changed. And this is no different. It's got a Momo steering wheel. Obviously it needs a little bit of help here, which we'll do. Turn signals are the same, just on the different side. And then light control, gear selector here. Up here is the sunroof. There's the controls I was telling you about for the back shades, and then there's a sunroof control right there. The company that brought this in, what they do every time is they disconnect the sunroof because there's a little plastic gear in here that strips out, and if it strips out when it's open, you're basically screwed. So they do that as sort of a safety precaution, and I don't really care because I wouldn't open it anyways, but it's nice because you can open this up and you can see outside still, and that's all that really matters there. So, and then lights, rear view mirror, and right here is your, I actually don't even know what this is yet. I'm still trying to figure what that is. This is your automatic step. So if I turn that off, when I open and close the door in the back, the step isn't going to come out. Down here is your fuel filler door, and then on this side is your hood release. So there you go, guys. There's a tour of the new adventure wagon, the Delica L400 Space Gear. I hope you enjoyed it. You know, a little history on Delicas and myself. About 15 years ago, when the JDM culture started becoming like a really popular thing, because cars have to be 15 years old in order to import them into Canada, 25 years for the States. But so around 2007, early 1990s, cars could come in like the, you know, the R32 Skylines and whatnot. And I had myself a 1992 Toyota Aristo, which is in North America is a Lexus GS300. So that was a really cool car. Had the 2J, it was a fun. But some friends of mine, they were bringing in Delicas and Pajeros. And a good friend of mine, Ben, actually brought in 2 different Delica L300s, or the Star Wagons, and the stubbier nose ones. And man, I remember being out in that thing, pushing snow with the radiator in the front. Like, that was the limiting factor, was basically just the fact that we were just in too deep of snow. Like, it would just crawled through snow. We took it up in the mountains. It was a really versatile, amazing vehicle. So it kind of just clicked one day. I'm like, man, like, you love the JDM scene. I love these kind of vehicles. I get that they're old and they come with their own set of headaches and that it can be expensive. But whatever, man, like, cars are expensive. At the end of the day, this thing puts a smile on my face, and that's all that matters. So I'm super excited to share the adventures with you guys, and now you'll have a better understanding about what this van's all about. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know below. I'm happy to answer them. I guess the only thing left to do now is fill it with gear, look at the map, find a place to go, and hit the open road. Stay tuned for that adventure in the next videos, guys. Till the next time, take it easy. Cheers.